Welcome, everyone, to the Wall Street Club channel. Today, we are breaking down a company that just made a pretty big splash on Wall Street. They're taking aim with some serious AI firepower at one of the biggest, most old-school markets out there, the trillion-dollar real estate industry.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the big event that really put this company on the map. Then we'll get into the problem they're solving, the pain of buying a house. We'll cover their really cool AI solution, how the market reacted to their big debut, and finally, what the future might hold, including the risks.
All right, let's kick things off with our first section, a signal of change.
So the big moment really happened on August 20th, 2025, right in the heart of it all, NASDAQ, Times Square. The founder of our very own Wall Street Club, Ronald Lee, was actually invited to witness Linkhome Holdings ring the closing bell. Now, this event was really the exclamation point on their public debut, which officially kicked off when they priced their IPO back on July 24th. So who is Linkhome? Well, they're an artificial intelligence-driven property technology company. You can find them on the NASDAQ under the ticker LHAI, and their whole mission, their big bet, is to completely redefine the real estate experience using their HomeGPT platform and some really innovative financial products. Okay, so on to our next section. To really understand why a company like Linkhome even exists, we have to talk about the problem they're trying to solve. And honestly, if you've ever tried to buy a house, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, let's be real. The traditional way of buying a house can be an absolute headache. You've got these insane bidding wars driving prices through the roof. The loan process can drag on forever, and you're just waiting. And sellers? They almost always prefer a quick all-cash offer, which puts a lot of people at a disadvantage. It's just a fragmented, disjointed mess trying to juggle brokers, lenders, appraisers, even renovation contractors. It's just stressful. So how does Linkhome propose to fix all of this? Well, this brings us to their AI-driven solution, and it's really a two-part punch.
And this slide really illustrates the before and after. You go from the traditional way, right, which is mediated by agents, has all these fragmented services, super stressful bidding, to the Linkhome way. Here, you've got AI-driven assistance, integrated solutions, and the ability to make a competitive cash offer. It's a total shift. So the first part of their solution is kind of like the brains of the whole operation. It's their proprietary AI model called HomeGPT. Think of it as your own personal real estate assistant, available 24/7. It can answer your questions, search for homes, book tours, and for the agents, it provides them with these incredible data-driven tools like price prediction and even bidding recommendations.
Now, if HomeGPT is the brain, the second part is the muscle. This is their cash offer financial product, and it's a real game changer. So here's how it works. Step 1, you find the home you want. Step 2, Linkhome swoops in and buys that property with an all-cash offer. Step 3, the seller, who loves a strong, reliable cash offer, accepts. And then step 4, you secure your traditional financing and just buy the home back from Linkhome. Just like that, you've become a cash buyer, which gives you a massive advantage.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? But does it actually work? This is where we look at the market validation, especially around their IPO. And the proof is really in the numbers. Even before they went public, Linkhome had already facilitated a massive amount of transactions. We're talking over $185 million in gross value. This shows you there was already real significant demand for what they were offering. And that demand led to some truly explosive growth. I mean, just look at this. Their total net revenues jumped by over 455% in just a single year. That's incredible. But here's the kicker. The revenue from that cash offer service we just talked about, that grew by an even crazier 514%. So what does that tell you? It tells you that the cash offer isn't just some nice little feature. It is the core engine driving this business. In 2024, it made up a whopping 86.3% of their revenue. It's their secret sauce, their killer app.
And all of this success, all this momentum, it all led up to their IPO. They raised $6 million, which is basically the fuel they need to hit the gas on the next stage of their growth.
All right, so this brings us to the future. They've got the model, they've got the cash, but what are the risks and challenges they're facing?
Now, to get a balanced view, you have to look at the risks. And these are things Linkhome themselves point out.
Their business is, of course, highly dependent on the U.S. residential real estate market. They're also pretty concentrated in the California market right now, and the competition in this space is, well, intense. They also rely on things like internet search engines and app stores to drive traffic, and you always have to think about cybersecurity. And of course, I have to add a quick disclaimer here. This explainer is just for informational purposes. It is not investment advice. Investing in securities always involves a high degree of risk. But despite those risks, their vision is huge. Their goal is to build the largest, most trusted platform for residential real estate. They want to use that IPO money to develop their tech even further and expand into new markets. The end game? To create a true one-stop shop for absolutely everything related to buying a home.
So, this really leaves us with one big final thought. We've seen AI completely transform so many other industries. So the question is real estate next? And just as an update, since its IPO in late July, Linkhome's stock, that's LHAI, has definitely seen the kind of up and down volatility you'd expect from a brand new public tech company. It's going to be really interesting to watch how it performs as they start putting that new capital to work on their growth strategy. Hey, if you found this breakdown valuable, we'd really appreciate it if you'd follow the Wall Street Club official account. And of course, don't forget to like and share. We will see you in the next explainer.